they're saying about what Trump should have done and what his campaign should have done and what his White House should do is all a projection of what they believe should happen to you.
Quarantining, that's the CDC guideline, but it sounds like what you're saying is the White House does not abide by CDC guidelines?
What I'm saying is I'll let the White House, both White House operations and White House medical unit speak to the exact particulars. But what I know is that anyone who's around the president is tested, that they have their temperature taken, that they keep back at least. I mean, I'm never within 6 feet of the president, even when I'm around him. So they take a lot of seriousness in these precautionary measures. And
are you upset that you were exposed in a way that maybe that was lax protocols? I've talked to other people, by the way, close to this White House, who are not happy about the lack of information and are not happy that basically what was told to them was a safe place turned out not to be.
In other words, mainstream media wants you to be upset if you ever find out that somebody was hanging around you that quote unquote tested positive for the convids. They want you to be upset about that because they still want to push this idea that there's something called convids really out there.
No, not at all, because I know that every time that I'm around the president that I have a test taken, that everybody around me has a test taken, that they do our temperature check. We take this very seriously.
They're pushing the tests, temperature check. Abbott Labs was mentioned in this. And of course, you know, keep an eye on Abbott Labs stock price on come Monday morning. Also, keep an eye on Gilead Sciences stock price, because what have we been hearing over and over for the last, since Friday? Remdesivir. Who are the makers of Remdesivir? Gilead Sciences. They're at 62.17. Watch. Let's see if their stock pops up on Monday. A couple percentage points. This is every time these people speak, they're pushing big pharma. They're pushing cat guidelines. They're pushing Whiskey Hotel Oscar guidelines.
I always keep at least 6 feet away from the president, and we keep a certain level of distance. And so I feel like the White House does a very good job of protecting folks and going above and beyond. But here's the important thing, Chuck.
Here's the important thing. Listen to this. They want you to know this. I don't know. I've counted at least 7 times that they've said something similar to this right here, that the single most important protected person on the planet is the president of the United States, and he's still got the convids. How could we as little peons have any hope then if he's in that secure of a bubble and he's still got it? Oh boy, we need to do some serious lockdown, some serious national introspection. And we need to make sure we're following those guidelines.
There's a lot about this virus that we don't know. President Trump is arguably the single most protected person on the entire planet, and yet he got COVID. So there's a lot about this we don't know. But what we can't do is
That's how dangerous it is. You could protect yourself. You could be the most protected person on the entire planet, and you're still going to get it. And do you know what this means? You only have a 99.97839% chance of making it through it. And the majority of those 99.97% of the people will not even have symptoms. They'll be asymptomatic carriers. Amazing, man. Amazing. You almost have a 100% chance of making this out of this thing alive. But we're still going to shut everything down. Here's a real big shout out to Abbott Labs right here real quick.
Back to what I said earlier is that anyone around the president is always tested, not just with the Abbott rapid test, but also with the temperature check. But
there you go. Abbott Labs fast test, quick test. And listen to this right here. Very last thing. This is the coup de grace for this video.
President are tested. People are kept very safe and serious. All of these measures, anyone around the vice president are tested. People are kept very safe. And again, we can't hide from this virus forever, Chuck. We have to take it head on, and we have to reopen our economy, and we got to develop this vaccine and defeat the virus.
Got to develop the vaccine and defeat the virus. It's almost as though Bill Gates channeled himself through this campaign manager. It's almost as though the elites who conducted certain operations on October 18th, 2019, 6 weeks before the Wuhan you-know-what came out. It's almost like they wrote the script for this, and they want you to think there ain't no way this is going to end unless you have the VAXX. So what you got here is major propaganda. What you have here is a lie promoted and recycled over and over and over again. And that's why when you go out in your communities, you see these people regurgitating these same talking points from fake stream media. I'm just going to end this with this quote again. If you tell a lie big enough and keep repeating it, people will eventually come to believe it. And people have come to believe this. The lie can be maintained only for such a time as the state can shield the people from the political, economic, and military consequences of the lie. It thus becomes vitally important for the state to use all of its powers to repress dissent, for the truth is the mortal enemy of the lie. You think you're getting truth from the White House? You think you're getting truth from